President Trump today ordered a Seattle man not to testify in the impeachment investigation. And it came as the Speaker of the House quickly shot back while visiting Seattle. Camera 7's Essex Porter is live now in downtown Seattle with reaction from Nancy Pelosi. Essex?
And here's one of the ways that the fight between the president and Congress connects to us right here in downtown Seattle. Take a look. This is one of the hotels that is owned by Gordon Sondland. He bought it before he became the U.S. ambassador to the European Union. Now President Trump has ordered him not to tell the Congress about his work in Ukraine. Seattle businessman turned ambassador Gordon Sondland had planned to give a deposition to the House Intelligence Committee this morning. Then overnight, the White House ordered him not to. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi spent the morning in Seattle discussing plans to lower drug prices. Then she spoke with reporters about President Trump's stonewall.
So the president is obstructing Congress from getting the facts that we need. That is an abuse of power for him to act in this way.
Sondland was supposed to testify about his response to a text message calling it crazy to withhold security assistance from Ukraine for help with a political campaign. Sondland responded the president had been crystal clear, no quid pro quo.
His snubbing his nose at the vision of our founders and his disloyalty to the Constitution is something that we have to study.
Gordon Sondland is a 1975 graduate of Mercer Island High School. He grew up to own a chain of hotels, including Seattle's Hotel Theodore and Hotel Max. Senator Patty Murray reacted after an event supporting Planned Parenthood in Seattle.
We need to know the truth, and we need to find the facts, and we cannot find the facts if he is impeding people from coming forward.
We were with Senator Murray 20 years ago during the impeachment of President Clinton.
I'm one of the few people in this country who will, if it comes to the Senate, have sat through 2 impeachments.
She drew on that experience when we asked whether the Republican majority in today's Senate would ever vote to convict Donald Trump.
It's very overwhelming when you're sitting in that seat in judgment, making that decision. And I found that with President Clinton's impeachment, everybody sat there every single minute, everyone listened and made a judgment at the end of the day.
Looks like Gordon Sondland is going to be caught up in this dispute for quite a while. Late this afternoon, the White House sent a letter to Congress saying that it will not cooperate in what the White House calls an illegitimate impeachment inquiry. Congress is not giving up either. It's just issued a subpoena to Sondland to force him to testify. We'll keep track of what happens. Reporting live in Seattle, Essex Porter, KIRO 7 News.